Hello, fellow wargamers and friends of the channel. This is Martin from MJ Hobby Corner, and I'm just showing a brief video to show you the sci-fi complex and the little shuttle that I build for games like Stargrave and 5 Parsecs from Home. This was a very big project, as you see there. This project actually started months ago when I built the modular sci-fi walls with my sliding doors. And there I'm just pointing at that plate. Many thanks to subscriber Michael, who actually suggested that I use a plate, make a round platform. And I love that because the platform stands out among all the rectangular platforms and everything else. So thank you to subscriber Michael for suggesting that. It is a very good idea. And now I have to work on that plate and, make sure it doesn't look so much like a plate. So that will take place probably next week because I'm going to stop this project for now. I have other things to do, and we have an Oathmark game to prepare for. There I'm showing a giant computer console, some kind of objective marker or something. It's just a really big computer console made from the top of a shampoo bottle and a couple of other things, little electronic bits. There's a ladder I have to complete. And this whole plate platform is modular. The plate comes out, the stands come out, the ladder comes off, and everything can be stored. So one of the primary things I focus on in any of my builds is to make it really modular. So all these platforms already have a place in my shelves. I did a new platform yesterday, and I have to add some ladders to it. And there's still a couple of little paint jobs here and there. But the primary thing is that I textured everything with Rust-Oleum texture paint. I absolutely love that stuff. And I'm going to be painting the complex now and weathering it. There is the shuttle, and I pull it off its flight stand, and it now has its own landing gears, so it stands. And I just love the way it looks. You're going to see a picture at the end of this video, and there's a little Necromunda guy, and with everything in the background, it just looks like a Star Wars kind of setting, you know. The cannon is movable on this little shuttle. I showed that in a previous video. And I'm proud of it. I'm happy with it. I do want to make future. There is two more shuttles that I need to make. One for Julie, and one for our team member Steve, because they both want to try out Stargrave, and they both want their own ships. Not that ships are something you need to actually play the game, but there is a hangar scenario in Stargrave, and so we will need a couple of different ships. So I'm going to be making more, so this is not the end of that kind of project. So basically my next step now is to weather everything and paint everything. I did a lot of texture painting on the pipes. See if you see that now. Oh, I added that little stairwell there. Yeah, the pipes, I did a lot of weathering. I'm going to be using my secret weapon powder pigments and just do weathering all over, like some of the walls, the platforms. Maybe add a little more color to the platforms and a little more texturing, because the texturing really does help. That Rust-Oleum texture paint is just great. I will also use a little bit of Vallejo texture paste in certain areas to simulate crud, etc. There's the image I was talking about earlier. I don't know, it almost like a Mos Eisley, if I'm pronouncing that right, Mos Eisley scenario, right, for Star Wars. That outpost or city in Tatooine, the desert planet. I don't know, it just looks cool. But anyway, and there you can see a little bit of the banister on the stairs that I had to make. Everything, there are 18 or more different materials making this project. Everything from plastic bottles, cardboard, just a lot of different things. Making it wire, crafting sticks, all these things together to make it. I also use a lot of excess sprues as a way to recycle them. And you see there is a lot of excess sprues left over from model kits that I use on the walls, on the platforms, and everything else. So with this terrain, my idea was to create, let's say, the interior of a starship if we're playing in that kind of scenario. Also the interior like of an industrial facility. This terrain really lends itself to a lot of different scenarios. The other thing is I will be working on a base for all this terrain, so because I don't like the current base it's on, and that's like a hardwood kind of, not hardwood, but the base that it has now is just not any good. I'm going to be making something different for all this terrain so that the base will match the walls and the platforms, and that's going to be in the future. Many more projects coming in the future, but this was by far one of the biggest, because I usually work in phases when it's a project this big. And phase one were the modular walls, but I knew I wanted some platforms to interact with the modular wall. Okay, friends, thank you so much for supporting the channel. More projects to come. And don't miss the Martin and Julie chat this Sunday, because we will be touching on a lot of these new projects. Thank you, guys. Take care, and I hope that you like this update.